called See the World at 18 away from 9. The Radio Wammo Breakfast here with you this morning.
Well, I just got out of bed about an hour ago. Took a look around at which way the wind blows. Anyway,
let's get on into Trailer Sailor. Here we go.
Be a politician or an assassin or something to really be a superstar.
You're all a bunch of slaves! Yeah. Just got a bit about an hour ago. Yeah, I took a look around at which way the wind blows.
It is Trailer Sailor with Lyndon bumping over the top of the trailer. It's chaos, Lyndon. Yeah, it's chaos.
Kia ora.
Good morning.
So there it is, yeah, it's the new Doors film. It's called When You're Strange, and every time you put out a book about a famous musicians or a film, you've always got to use, the title always has to be one of the names of the songs, and this is no exception. But I got to confess, when I was about 18 years of age, I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be Jim Morrison, my little hick North Canterbury town. He was a mythical figure. I even had a purple tie-dyed t-shirt that I tried to find this morning to wear, so I went for the open neck. Anyway, yeah, I don't know whether 18-year-olds these days are into him the same way they were back in my day, but yeah, my day, far out, so like an old bugger. But anyway, there's been heaps of dubious books and movies. We all remember Oliver Stone's Doors starring Val Kilmer, which nearly starred John Travolta instead, but the Doors decided he was too nice. Before they parted ways with Oliver Stone, Val Kilmer ended up doing the film, and to quote Ray Manzarek, the keyboard player, that film was quite an accurate bullshit. And so Ray Manzarek, years later, because he hated that film, got down to making a documentary, and this is the documentary. It contains heaps of unseen footage, and as he said with this one, he had to set the record straight. The true story of the Doors, he said again, quote, the anti-Oliver Stone version. So that's this documentary, and I gotta admit, this trailer looks pretty good. I mean, in the years preceding, following me being the Doors fan, I became a lot less of a Doors fan. In fact, I became quite annoyed with the whole Jim Morrison phenomena of going to music festivals and finding T-shirts and those posters of "Won't Get Out of Here Alive" and all of that, and that kind of idea of him being a poet and stuff was like, pretty overrated, I think, in a big way. But still an absolute mythical figure for heaps of bogans out there and people who live out west of Auckland where I do. So yeah, but the trailer looks pretty good. It did tweak my interest. It made me go back and listen to the Doors, and found some on iTunes, and it was I still didn't like it very much, but had a listen, worked out a bit of LA Woman on the ukulele this morning. But I'm sure there's heaps of diehard Doors fans who are going to be really, really happy about this morning when they hear it's coming. It might be a lot better than I think it is, because it does look like it's a different approach than Val Kilmer's going out to the desert and taking Cactus Doors film, which was just awful. So I'm giving it 3 out of 5, Whams. 3 out of 5 for the When You're Strange Doors film, for no other reason than tweaking my interest in 1 minute and 56 seconds. 3 out of 5. Let's move on to the next one. The Doors are coming back again.
James.
Here we go. Oh, we got any sound. There it is.
I think we almost kissed, but we didn't.
I don't really know what you're asking.
You haven't had any seizures since last August, correct?
Are you mad at me?
Why would I be mad at you?
Yep. So this is Exploding Girl. I've got a new category of film. I've come up with a new category. It's called Twindy, and it's a cross between twee and indie films. And I think this is the Twindy film genre right here. A perfect example. This one. It is a coming of age film about an awkward 20-year-old girl called Ivy and her conflicting emotions, over two kind of geeky cool guys, and she's home from university for the spring break. Cue underground lo-fi electro pop music and some very earnest minimalist New York underacting and handheld played frock camper low hum footage. But hang on. I thought the same thing about Juno. And when I finally saw Juno, I was like, wow.
Yeah, and,
why didn't I get round to seeing that earlier?
And 500 Days Later as well. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. No, but I saw Juno 500 days after.
Oh, no, I was saying
out.
that was 500 Days of Summer. That's not 500 Days Later. 500 Days of Summer. Yeah.
That's how that was like a cross between 28 Days Later and 500 Days of Summer. Yeah, it sounds quite interesting though. Sounds a bit less twindy. But yeah, it's so it kind of like one of those really earnest, almost like chick flicks, but maybe it's a twindy chick flick, and that includes the guys as well. Not a lot of action, not a lot of dialogue, just fully earnest. You'll either love it or you probably never hear about it. What I can't get over is how the lead character, the lead woman in there, Ivy, how much she looks like Jess out of the Eastern. I know you play a lot of Eastern music, and I used to live in Littleton myself, but I'm pretty sure that is actually Jess from the Eastern. So any Eastern fans out there of the new folk movement will be, running along to the cinema to see this one, I'm sure. Now, I'm sure it's going to speak to a generation of 15 to 25-year-old librarians straight off the mark, I gave it 2 out of 5 though for just being so bloody twee, but it looks like it might be a good story. I'll tell you what, I'll let others go, get the DVD, watch the movie, rave to me about it for 2 years, then I'll go get the DVD out from the cheap Tuesday night DVD selection thing, and I'll watch it and go, oh my god, it was actually really, really good. But that's The Exploding Girl. It's like some first filmmaker's first film, and it's the woman acting, and it's her first ever film, and everyone's doing it for the first time, and that's just so honest. So honest. Next film, next 2 out of 5. Next film.
Mi chiamo Ida Dal Ser. Sua Eccellenza Benito Mussolini è mio marito.
Questa guerra sarà una guerra rivoluzionaria, darà col sangue alla ruota della storia il movimento. Non sono mai...
Right. Okay, this week's foreign trailer is for the epic historic drama Vincere, about the rise to power of the Italian fascist dictator Benito Mussolini and his infamous turbulent relationship with Ida Dazzler. Now, which I guess is the filmic anchor point around which to present a piece about an historically loathed figure without it becoming, like a channel documentary. I mean, we're all transfixed by evil, and Mussolini was an evil piece of work. He hated socialism. He joined forces with the Nazis early on. He was a power-hungry egomaniac. Sounds like I'm describing Michael Laws. But anyway, that's harsh and affirmative. What I want to know, though, when I see these epic... Because I love these type of films. I really do. I really love the big, sweeping historic dramas. I love to see all the, all that kind of recreated footage and period pieces and things. But what I want to know is, when you're playing a film about Mussolini or some historic figure, does the actor playing him in the film look like the actual Mussolini? And that's what I want to know. And I went and I looked up what Mussolini looked like, and no, not at all. No, the actor doesn't look very much like Mussolini at all. He's heaps better looking, and this creates a sort of a conundrum for me. Like, if the actor's heaps better looking than Mussolini, are the Italians quietly proud of Mussolini? Because he's a bad dude, I mean, it's hard then, because you're supposed to hate this really good-looking version of Mussolini, and that sort of I don't know, that made things quite difficult for me. So anyway, watching the trailer itself, it's a pretty bombastic trailer. It's utilising lots of the old age film techniques and old age propagandist kind of graphics and stuff from that era, and that's kind of cool. Except because I want to really like this, but I've got this feeling that it's gonna be crap. I just get that feeling that it's something I really want to be good, like a movie about Stalin, or that one Downfall about Hitler's last days in the bunker, which was a fantastic film. This one could be great, but I've got this feeling the Italians are not being kind of overly honest about it. It is an Italian film; they should make it. He was one of them, but I've got a feeling it's going to be shandy. I mean, it's going to have some great recreations, and apparently there's some awesome footage with huge cannons in it. But if you like that kind of thing. But as for a kind of a historically accurate historic drama thing, I guess it looks like it's sliding away down the shandy slope. Right. So, giving it 2 out of 5 for Vincere. But if you like that kind of thing, if you like watching good-looking dictators, I'm sure that'll be for you. So, yep, 2 out of 5, Vincere. And let's get on to something more fun.
More fun next
More
week.
fun.
We'll do Kick-Ass next week.
We're doing Kick-Ass next week.
We'll do Kick-Ass next week.
I talk too long.
we'll do Kick-Ass next week, and if you want to just tease us with a tiny bit of what Kick-Ass is going to be about.
Show them a little bit of Kick-Ass. It's going to be good. R-rated comic book series, the same name becomes the R-rated movie version, Kick-Ass. Plenty of gore and cuss words. Whams, play something for them.
All right.
We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
Trailer Sailor, over and out.
I guess I was the last person you'd expect to become a superhero.
You are fucking awesome. The comic books had it wrong. You don't need a power to be a superhero.
Leave it alone! It's none of your business!
Yes, it is. Hey, there's a dude just like a superhero. They're fighting a bunch of guys.
I'm fucking rocked. Who are you?